Black Magic Commander.
How's it going today, gatherers? This is Kelly the Flicker Guy, and I'm here with some more information. We're going to be talking about Final Fantasy Cross Magic. We know we just had that talk here. It was a fun time. It was a good time. But as always, with all the Magic the Gathering that we got going on, in like a month or two, you're moving on to the next one. So this time we're going to be moving on to Final Fantasy. And much like how Kamigawa was like a time lapse, revolution for me, and just made me super excited, I stand behind Final Fantasy the same way. And this time I don't think I'm alone. So getting into it, I've been playing Final Fantasy.
And the game award for the best ongoing game goes to Final Fantasy.
And my brother, we just get in, play. I started with Final Fantasy 7. It was my first RPG. And I didn't know what I was doing. Had a fun time. Got smacked up a lot by Sephiroth. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can understand that. But now I'm a Final Fantasy connoisseur, I guess, because I've played pretty much every Final Fantasy since 7. And I've tried to go back and play stuff like Final Fantasy 4, a couple of the original Final Fantasies. And I've taken my time to really try to indulge. But I'm hoping for a Final Fantasy 6 remake or something, because I keep trying to go back to Final Fantasy 6 and I just can't get it, but I want to see what Kafka does. I heard so many stories. I'm trying not to spoil it for myself. I know nothing outside of just who Kafka is and Terra, and I really want to learn that story and see that story as a whole, but I might just have to fork it up and pop on my Switch and go in there and play it, you know? But that's neither here nor there, because we are here to talk about Magic, and we're going to try to take the next few videos coming up and really engage into Final Fantasy and see what's going on. So definitely like and subscribe. Hit that bell at the bottom, guys. We're gonna put on our tour to go to 1,000. So hit that subscribe button, follow. Let's get in there. Let's get some information. Let's take Black Magic Commander to the next level, and let's really explore this Final Fantasy world. So what we got coming up in Final Fantasy, if you're not aware, I just want to go ahead and put that out there. But we're going to enter with multiple different packs. It's a full, what they call, tempo set. So you got your commander pack, your commander stuff. You have your standard stuff. Yeah, Universal Beyond is in standard now, if you weren't aware. But Final Fantasy is going to be that big foray into that. And we're going to see. Right now, I will say that prices are pre-ordering very high. Not the biggest fan of that. I think any standard set, any introductory set should always be affordable for the average person to come in, because how do we get our new friends into Magic who like Final Fantasy if they can't afford it? So, but we'll talk about that on a later date. We'll wait. I do kind of feel like some of the pre-order prices that we're seeing are just pre-order prices and FOMO. So I'm hoping we'll get some standard pricing during the release. So I would definitely say don't spend your money now, because if Wizards is going to jack up the prices, then you need to vote with your wallet. I know I will. But outside of that, if everything is well within range on affordability, I'm all about to indulge. You got your collector stuff, you have your standard things, and you have your starter kits. So it's a bunch of different things that you can start out with. We have our pre-release kit coming up. So, you know, get into the tournaments, play some standard with a pre-release kit. Great introductory. It'll be fun. And the art is magnificent. I'm pretty sure you can see the art right here. I got it right up on the screen. So it looks good. But they got 4 commander decks, and it's going to range for a few secret things. One of them, you're going to have the Yastola Knights Blessed commander deck. It looks really fun. Looks very powerful. I'll be honestly, it's in my favorite colors of Esper, so I've been kind of eyeing it. And Final Fantasy 14 is an ongoing MMO type RPG, and it's really fun. But you can get in even if you don't want to do the whole MMO, let me play with other people online. The game has really been tooled and restructured to really work for single player gameplay as well, so you can jump in by yourself, get the bots in there to help you with some of the quests, and have a good time. It's a great story. Get to create your own character, and it feels like a Final Fantasy adventure. The next one is, of course, my favorite, Final Fantasy 7, Cloud as the commander. Oh my gosh. I'm just showing you, like I said, we'll break these down later in the future, and I'll go through and probably come up with some deck techs or talk about some strategy with a lot of these. But I'm super excited. And if you're not aware, they have revealed the secondary commander in the deck, and it's my girl Tifa, martial artist. Yeah, she's combat crazy, and I think I'm gonna do a separate video just with her to kind of break her down. So keep her in mind. And then next we have Terra, Herald of Hope. And like I said, that's the Final Fantasy that I never got to play, Final Fantasy 6. I'm really interested to see where that story goes. It's a Mardu deck. She's going to kind of do the Alesha thing is what I'm seeing here. And then her secondary commander, it's right here. You can see her on the screen. She looks like she's going to be a heck of a lot of fun as well. Probably pretty powerful, and I think I'm overlooking a lot of her abilities, but I've heard some friends kind of talked about her, and they're saying that she might be the truth. But other than that, we have our last commander deck, which is Titus Yuna's Guardian, and he does the counters thing. They're in Bant, which is another fun color of mine, because you know you can get some flicker in that as well. I'm on the fence of how much I really love this card. I'm not 100% sure where I want to go with it, if I want to do it. I'm waiting to see what his secondary commander is going to look like, because if Yuna is a secondary commander and she speaks to summons, I'm going to be so excited. But speaking of summons, they've also revealed summons for the set. Here it is right here. You can see her. You got Shiva, and she's pretty cool. So they've taken sagas and made them saga creatures, which is really cool, really on par with Final Fantasy, because your summons come in, they do some damage, help you, heal you, whatever the case may be, and then they go away. So this kind of puts it on a turn order. And if the secondary commander for Titus is a Yuna, and maybe she takes off counters or sustain those summons, or finds a way to tutor for those summons or something, it's gonna be the bomb. So I'm super excited to see where they go with that, and I'm hoping, and what I'm thinking about, I'm hearing that of course they're going to be a Bahamut summon, right? So you're gonna have Bahamut, and I'm thinking that it might be white. And yeah, mono white Bahamut could be very interesting, and I can't wait to see what all the other summons are gonna be as well. So that's gonna be fun when that starts to drop, when they start to reveal that, and I'm gonna be super excited about the commander stuff. And then in standard, you have your whole slew of different things, with your regular standard packs, your play boosters. You're gonna find all sorts of cards like the Dragon of Mount Gulch, which is a special guest card, not in the standard gameplay, but a card that you can use in Commander. But it's an altar of Ancient Copper Dragon, which it needed a reprint anyways. It's a great way to do it. Same thing, special guest. You got Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow, which is now Yuffie, Kisaragi. Pretty cool. I mean, I'm not too much of a fan of this whole blanket bland art page that they have with Yuffie, but I'm hearing there's a lot of other alternate arts that are similar to that. Could be good. The card's looking good though, but it's a cool way to get a reprint of Yuriko with a Final Fantasy aesthetic to it, and that's pretty cool. Can't be used in standard, but in your commander game, she can work as a commander or in the 99, which is pretty cool. And then, but for the standard gameplay, you have things like this Jumbo Catquar. When I say it's very on theme with the 9999 going on, but some people are going to be very upset when they get killed by this thing. I mean, they did make it fair. It's a 7-drop. It has no kind of evasion or anything. It's a 1/7. It does have a big butt, which makes it hard to kill with like a lightning bolt or anything like that. But it's easily killable. I don't see a lot of people die from it, but when you do die from it, I mean, they give it trample, you're dead. And paired with Tifa, like I said, we'll talk about that one later. Paired with Tifa, he is going to be a menace to society. But outside of that, we also have the flip cards such as Cecil Dark Knight. That art looks really cool to have that kind of flavor going on. And then his other side, Cecil Redeemed Paladin. I mean, Lifelink. You basically kill yourself as a Dark Knight. When you get so low, you start to get life back, and you redeemed yourself and became a Paladin. It's really the one thing I can say that Magic does very well with the Universe Beyond is staying with the theme and flavor. And with Final Fantasy, it looks like they nailed it. So I'm super excited to see what they do with this. And like I said, there's so many more cards to be revealed, so many things coming up. We got lightning cards. She's gonna get a card. I like lightning. The art looks fantabulous. I expect to see some samurai, some ninjas. Oh, it's going to be a fun ride. So the reveals are going to be amazing. They start May the 10th. So I'll have more things to show you, more things to talk about soon. And it's going to be a fun time. And I might as well just go and show you some of the other cards they've kind of, not necessarily, they leaked some cards. I'm not going to talk about those on here today, but they have some cards that they've revealed due to birthdays in the form of Gladiolus and Zale. Two pretty cool cards. Zale is very unique in the fact that he messes with lands in red. It's pretty cool. So if they can keep that up and keep showing us new ways of doing or breaking the color pie, I think that'll be really fun for the set. And I just can't wait to see what else gets revealed. The Cloud card looks great from the starter deck. The Sephiroth card, people underestimate how strong that can be. But that Sephiroth card, it's going to be pretty nasty if you really focus in on them as a commander or something. So it'll be pretty cool. And I can't wait to see what they do for an alternated Sephiroth card and sky's the limit with all the other things that they have going on with Final Fantasy. So it's going to be a ride. I'm excited. We're going to talk about it. Like I said, we're on our road to 1,000. So like, subscribe, get with us. The gathering is in the black. And I'm going to see y'all guys next time. I'm out.
Black Magic Commander.